Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with dros, wyth, cant by rockratzero. So I already went over the rules, but I did them a little bit wrong. And so I'm going to, now that I've solved the puzzle, it's extremely clear to me how the lines drawings work. So I will go over it, and this will be exactly correct because I already solved the puzzle, so I know it's correct. All right. So we do have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. So in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. Now, these are all considered lines in the grid. The ones that are circles, think of them like this, right? They only touch the 4 cells. So we're not worried about the little splotches peeking into other cells, right? The lines are how I've drawn it here, right? So this is drawn like that. This is drawn like that. This region sum line here is drawn like that. Now, the other important thing is that this purple cross here is a single line. So it is a 5-cell Renban. All right. So that's how you interpret these. I'm going to go over the rules to all the lines now. So these peach circles here are considered lines, and they are parity lines. So we alternate between even and odd. We don't know where to start, but let's say that we found out that this was a 2, then this now has to be odd. So it's 1, 3, or 5. And then we're back to even, and then we're back to odd. All right. That's parity lines. We also have region sum lines. So region sum lines, what you do is when it crosses a box border, you split it into a new segment. And so this circle here is 3 segments, and every segment has the same sum. So let's say this was, I don't know, 2, 4. That adds to 6. These would both be 6 because these are just single cell segments. So whatever these are, they're the same as each other, and they add to these two. That's region sum lines. And then Renbans. So Renbans contain a consecutive set of digits, but in any order. So you want to get a consecutive run. Like, let's just do this one here. But this is 5 in size. But let's do this one here. Let's say it was 2, 3, 4 for whatever reason. But we could do that in any order. So this would be a valid Renban, 2, 3, 4, because that's a consecutive run of digits in any order. What I can't do is 1, 3, 4, because that is not a consecutive run. The 1's kind of on its own. All right, and that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to cut to where I started right now. Okay, how shall we get started? I could even odd color, but I'm not sure if I can transfer it. Here would be nice. So I don't know which is even and which is odd, but I can use green and purple to at least represent the alternating even odds. And so that works out that way. Now we know that there are 3 evens and 3 odds in every row, column, and box. So this column already has 3 greens. So it's going to need 3 more purples. That uses up all the purples for these 2 boxes. So these are all going to be green. And then that's going to rope to cause these to be green, purple like this. So this is already interesting. So we have 2 digits of the same parity adding to a single digit. 2 evens or 2 odds, just 2 of the same digit, is going to be divisible by 2. Therefore, it's even. So our purples are actually even. I like to use blue for even and then orange for odd. And so we have 2 odd digits adding to an even digit. So at minimum, it's 1, 3 adding to 4. So this is 4, 6, which, I mean, I suppose we already know this is a 4, 6 pair. I'm only going to pencil even or odd if it's restricted. There's no reason to pencil all 3. Now it's hard to see these peach lines, but this is a region sum line, actually. So what do we know about this? We know that the sum is an odd digit, and it's the sum of these 2. We know it's odd because it's an even plus an odd. That's why, oh yeah, that works out. We know it's odd because these are odd. So these are 3, 5 only. They can't be the 1. And then this is 1, 3 only, and this is 2, 4 only. We can't use the 5 and 6 on here. That would be too big. Yeah, if this was a 5, then how would we make these be also 5, right? If this was a 6, that's already bigger than any odd number. We have this region sum, so that's an even and an odd. Even plus odd is always odd. Okay, I wonder if we're fully striped here. 3-cell Renban has either 2 evens or 2 odds on it. I do not know You know what? This plus, I think I must have said the wrong thing. The plus must be a single line because otherwise this would be a renband with 3 odds on it. So I guess it gives itself away in terms of that. So it's a 5-digit renband then. So it's only missing the 1 or the 6. It cannot be missing anything else because it's going to be either 1 through 5 or 2 through 6. So it's missing the 1 or it's missing the 6, but we know it's not missing the 1 because this is a 1 3 5 triple. So it has to be missing the 6. That's 4 and that's 6. That's 2. So we have we have the 2 4 as our evens, and then there's our odds. Okay, so now we're either 2 plus 1 is 3 or 2 plus 3 is 5. That works out. This 6 needs to be, we need 2 odds that add to 6. It's only going to be 1 5, and that places the 3. So now this isn't going to be a 1 because it's the sum of 2 digits, so it has to be the 5. And so and we can't use the 3, so it's not 2 3. So this has to be 1 4. So that's our 1, that's our 4. Okay. Oh, this alternates even odd. I completely forgot. So that's blue, that's orange, and that's blue. So does that help us? I'm not entirely sure. We know there's another blue up here. Oh, we can finish this column. That's our blue. So these are just the 2 6 pair. Are we going to end up fully striped? We might. What other clues do I have? I have this renband here. It's got 2 evens on it. That's going to be either 2 4 or 4 6. It must have a 4 on it, right? One of the evens must be 4. We can't have 2 6 and then bridge the gap with 1 odd number. And this isn't the 4, so this is our 4, making this 2 6. And then this is 2 or 6, and it's either going to go 4 3. Oh, this is 3 or 5 by Sudoku anyway. This is 2 6 by Sudoku anyway. So I guess I did a little extra work I didn't need to do. What haven't I looked at? This renband? We have a 2 6 pair here, so the only even left would be the 4. Yeah, just Sudoku tells us that too. The 2 2s look up, putting a 2 in one of these two. What else do I have here? What if there's something about this region sum that I need to be careful about? Like these both being 5 or these both being 3. Is there a problem with that? Okay, if they were both 5, this would be a 5. They were both 3. And it also makes this a 1. This is 2 less than this. So these are not the same digit for what it's worth. I don't know how much that helps. It's got to be this renband then. Is there some coloring I haven't figured out yet? Oh, this column. Yeah, this column finishes with a blue, and that's our 6. So we are fully striped. Okay. So this has to be the 2 because this is odd. That's our 4. That places the 4 there. So this is 2 6. This is 1 3. This is 1 3. Okay. So 4 is on this renband, and we can't use it. These are 2 odds, so they have to be the 2 odds that straddle the 4. So they're the 3 5, and that places the 1 in this column. These are just a 4 6 pair. This 6 tells us that's 4. That's 6. This is 3 5. So this has to be the 1. That's a 3 5 pair. This is 3 5, so that has to be the 1. What else do I have? Oh, 1 plus 2 is 3. These are both 3. That gives me 5 3 5 3 5. That gives me 1 and 3 and 5 and 1 and 5. And I have to resolve these 2 6s somehow. It's via this 4 5 6 because we can't put the 2 there. So that's 6, that's 2, that's 2, that's 6, that's 2, that's 6, and we're done. All right, I will go back to the start and add an addendum. You know what? I might actually just re-record the rules and edit that in because I did say the wrong thing about this plus. So I'll make sure to clarify, and it'll be clear because I've already solved it, exactly how these lines work. All right, cool. Well, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.